Help the soldier and stuff.
Alright, Hollywood defense.
If they have a Widow or a Hanzo, just get down.
Sucks that you missed that hook. You could instantly blow up the mech suit and just burn 20 seconds of D.Va not having mech suit. Feels bad, man. Assuming your Ana hit like a good anti-heal.
Immediately. Down immediately if they have a fair.
It's a dive.
Yeah, you kind of really needed to hit that hook. It really sucks that you didn't. Cause now, like, you can honestly just ignore this D.Va now. Like, she's probably gonna get mech suit back just farming you, but right now, what's important is saving your supports from the monkey that just jumped into cafe.
Hey, Winston's discorded. Relic help.
Yeah.
Winston.
D.Va's team mech.
Feels bad.
Everyone regroup on point.
Like, your Ana's dead now. It's really hard to hold this without the amount of burst heals that she can provide. So, like, now you need to kill, like, the next point of business is to kill whoever's gonna do damage to your team.
You're gonna need to drop
And relieve pressure.
Yeah, I'm getting her.
Good hook.
Nice.
One thing I should note though, like, I know some people say just hold left click after hooking someone. I would argue against that. Just time your left click properly, because many of the hooks that you're trying to go for, like in the King's Row VOD, like, you wait to left click both a Mei and an Ana, and even then you don't really get like the really fat meat shot. But on heroes like Genji, just you could probably just hold left click. I'd still just say time the left click, but you know, if he had deflect up, if he had dash, like if he didn't pointlessly burn those, he probably could have like gotten shit ton of ult off of you. Maybe not kill you, but you know,
back, but I'm gonna die. I need
there was outplay potential.
Thank you.
Especially because your team's pushed up right now.
It's only kills. Oh no.
Sorry. Thought you were gonna be
Good
safe.
hook.
I got mercy.
Jump down so I can heal you.
Alright, so your death could have been avoided here if you were, like, King's Row talked about already, like, 180, crouch, look down. That D.Va hit so many headshots on you, arguably you would have survived in time if you, like, had enough time to drop out of the Winston bubble.
Can't heal you in the
But
fight.
because you're staring your attackers in the face, you're giving them free headshots.
Unfortunately.
That's like a lot of damage.
Ike would have been able to grenade you though.
Yeah, apparently he had a grenade. You probably could have lived there.
We'll have
He was
our
fucking
D.Vas,
dead.
we'll find-
Yeah, they're backing out. So it's
But you
fine.
can see what their team comp is. Your win condition is to either kill
Does Farah
Pharah,
go in the back
or
just-
like for you to do, like your win condition is to kill Pharah or
Helping our soldier.
keep
They
your
wanna
supports
pop for
alive.
some reason when I'm down here.
But you really want to kill that Pharah.
I got instant.
Kill Lucio, which is like, it's fine.
Targets right now.
Winston coming to lower cafe.
I don't know why you're waiting here. Just burn whole hog.
You guys can keep on the point. I'll transcend it very soon.
Where's Farah at?
It's not a big deal to burn whole hog. Just use it.
Alright, Farah, take us out.
Wow, that was a hook and a half arc.
You are
Instigated by the Winston, D.Va, Genji down.
you are hitting many a hook right now, and that's very
We have
good.
no ults to work with. Anybody close? Okay, that's good. Where are we gonna back up to when you ulti?
Relic, if you get jumped on, just
You're
try to
playing pretty
drop.
far back here, which I don't really agree
I've
with.
been playing lower
What do we
cafe,
gotta do this
but
next fight, guys?
it's chilly.
Leo doesn't got ulti.
Right. So you move up again here, but if you're actually playing back towards this dumpster, you don't really have to. You could honestly just be playing closer to cafe door if you're playing back, because you can still have LOS of the choke, have LOS of the alley, which is the only reason why I'd assume you're playing so far back to dumpster. But you know, it's a minor positioning thing. Also, you go for this hook here, but I don't think D.Va actually used her shift yet, so you know, what's the point of hooking her now? She's gonna have an escape, I think.
Just try to drop.
Like, there's no way she just shifts into your Reinhardt's
I've been
face.
playing lower
What do we gotta
cafe,
do this
but
next fight, guys?
It's chilly.
Leo doesn't got ulti.
Yeah, she's just walking at you here. Yeah, you go for the preemptive hook, and like, it's surprisingly easy to hook a D.Va while she's mid-flight, so just, you know, your Zen actually might be dead now because you missed that hook.
I got knocked.
Like, sure, you can't miss these hooks, now you're like trying to face tank for him.
I had to ult
These two people I can't heal.
Like, if you hit that hook when the D.Va was shifting, your Zen wouldn't have had to pop Transcendence. And now your Ana's dead in the kill feed, and that's really bad. And the D.Va got the kill. Holy shit. Like, I'm not gonna say it's a misplay on your fault, on your part, but you definitely could have turned the tide of the fight by yourself.
Winston discorded.
I'm blocking this.
Good kill on Lucio. Preemptive heal. You didn't really need to. Like, your D.Va's still alive. Like, you didn't really need to heal there. Your D.Va's still alive. She can just, like, all the people that were around in the immediate vicinity have just died. Like, Winston, who was diving, is dead. don't really care about the diva anymore because she's done her dirty work. All you're looking for is the Pharah now, and your diva's around, so she's not gonna hit 4 directs on you, or 5 directs on you rather.
Genji discorded?
I got
Fair's
Genji.
Fair's low behind you.
Like you are living life, especially because your Zen just had to burn Transcendence. You really just want to give him the ult charge. Like I keep saying it, but whole hog it really isn't worth that much. Just let your supports get ult charge.
I do need some
Alright,
heals.
listen, focus their Mercy a lot here. I'm gonna try to find her, but make sure we kill her. 'cause
You
she's
should
never-
probably be playing a little bit farther forward here. Like you could honestly just camp
Either gonna
upper,
have Genji. Oh,
up the stairs. Just camp that.
I'm gonna.
I'll
I'm gonna ult your relic.
If things get bad, you can just run down the stairs and be Gucci. Good hook.
Diva's on me.
Far's low, Far's low. She's dead.
I mean, if your positioning, like if your footwork was a little bit better, you definitely could have just killed the Winston a little bit faster.
32 down.
Good right click.
Nice.
You need to die on point. Like this is what I'm talking about when you're just looking at them and you're getting shot in the face, or you're looking at them while you're healing.
Are we gonna be able to win this?
No, probably
There's no
not.
comms.
No, let's but no.
Like,
That's the
Alright,
only one.
let's
all right, let's go back through this again because there's some stuff to talk about. All right, so the first shot brings Winston pretty low, but you definitely could have done more damage. There's like there weren't a lot of that were headshot pellets, which sucks.
Diva's on me.
Far's low, Far's
You end up killing him, which is good.
I'm getting Mercy.
But now you're scared of the Genji of the Nano Blade, which is understandable because it shreds everyone. So now you're rotating up to high ground to like look for
Mercy
something.
res, but
You're gonna look for a hook on Fairy here, but like you know you miss, but you end up one-shotting with a right click anyway. So worth.
32 down.
Right. So now what you need to do is just like run to the edge, jump off, and start healing, and look down at your feet, and look away from the diva because you don't want to get headshot by diva. Because look at how much damage she does to you. And once you've actually finished the self-heal, yeah, and you're on the ground, you're in a good position to start using Whole Hog. Like, you might not be doing damage to the Winston and Diva that are about to, like, go ream your butthole, but you would have been in a position to, like, help your teammates that are still on the point. Like, Genji's still, like, running around,
Nice right click charge.
your Diva is, like, trying to help you.
Find a point.
Like, you've backed up a little bit, like, you held S with your Whole Hog here, and that's, I mean, what are you afraid of? Like, you get Whole Hog out. They're more afraid of you than you are of them at this point, because you pop Whole Hog. Like, you could argue that you would have already killed the Winston if you were in the right position to use Whole Hog,
That's the
Alright,
only
let's
one on
back up.
point.
but your team just gets kind of reamed.
You alive, Trilly, keep backing out.
And this is, again, something that
Just
you
wanna
definitely
find
could have done to, like, just stop the push by yourself.
I'm
no,
trying.
no.
Yeah, I can't get
Okay,
on my
Man,
end here.
soldier's up nice, up high ground, but
In general, though, your positioning's okay. It's a bit passive,
Alright, where are we
more than I'd
holding?
like,
Closer to do more
for a
damage.
Roadhog player.
If we hold up here,
But it's okay.
Ult
You're not dying.
Soldier, off of
we're
that
gonna
Genji.
try, but we're
I
gonna
can
be
ult your
extra
team from
careful.
up here. You guys want to try that?
Yeah. Sorry, I was saying no because I missed the elevator.
It's a fun little trick that not very many people know about.
I'm getting close to Zen ult.
Where is
Solar
he?
slip.
Winston's gonna jump up here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna splash bang him. If he does.
Tanks can test, I'll be up here.
I'm already dead.
Alright, so a little bit of a talk about decision making there. Now, I know you were trying to take the hook on Soldier to like one-shot him and take him out of the fight, like just because he just killed your Zen. That really sucks. But I think there, it would have been better just to like get the guaranteed pick, or like the easier pick on Winston, or Diva even, just like get rid of the mech suit. Because like your team was around to follow up, probably, if you got a hook off. Actually, if they're on top of Saloon or Catwalk, then they wouldn't have had a loss of you down there. So, I don't know. Like, missing the hook on Soldier sucked, but maybe you're the right call there. I'm not even sure myself. Like, maybe the right call there was just to go on a hook that wasn't the Soldier, because he could react in time, like just start sprinting away out of range, even if you didn't miss, you know? Like, Winston just put down his bubble, like he could just jump out, and if your team's in position, then they'll just capitalize on it, that you got a hook that took out like 3/4 of his HP.
I'm ulting them. I got the Ana.
Yeah, you're by
killed
yourself, man.
I know. You guys are on the high
That
ground, though, we're
sucked.
fine.
Like, your Reinhardt gets like a really good Earth Shatter, but nothing happens off of it. Like, he kills Ana by himself, but you need to get more value off of that, because he hit, like, what, 2 or 3 people? Like, that's just a lack of communication. Your hook was down, so you couldn't help him kill anyone from the Earth Shatter, and I don't think he actually called that he was going for Earth Shatter. It's just that you happened to break bubble, and nothing was there to block it, so why not go for it? But he's got to calm that. I mean, I guess I could just go, yeah, I guess I'll go rewind to avoid looking like an ass to see if he actually calms it, but
If he does.
Tanks contest, I'll be up here.
Alright, so he doesn't actually comment at all.
Already dead.
So I don't feel bad anymore.
I got the Ana.
Yeah, you're by
killed
yourself,
Ana.
man.
I know. You guys are on that.
I mean, we could talk all day about you just need to get better aim so you won't miss hooks, but in that kind of situation, he was against the wall. All you have to do is hook the wall. Like, literally just hook the wall. Like, diagonally. And there's no way you miss. But instead, you're hooking the floor in front of him.
Ground that we're fine.
At times.
I got heals.
Winston's on me.
You're kind of hurt here and you're not getting healed.
I'm
I
dead.
do.
I'm dead.
Yeah, that was just... I mean, you had time to back out. You definitely had time to back out. Like, I'll just count the amount of seconds that you can go by with just safely healing.
I got heals.
Winston's on me.
Heal, 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 heal. Definitely heal, because he's about to kill you. You have self-heal still. Your hook is down, so what are you gonna do to fucking Genji?
I'm
I
dead.
do.
I'm dead.
Now you're dead.
Not dead.
Your Reiner's about to
The
die.
health pack.
No way, man.
It's a bad life. Like, to make things worse, your team's just dying off of cart because they try to help you. Like, Relic jumps down to kill the Genji who was on you. Like, Scooter was, like, basically gonna die guaranteed because he had no health, but he tries to help you, I guess, but he doesn't die on cart either. Relic dies off of cart because he jumped down to try and help you. Like, your whole team's just, like, feeding, but they're not doing it well.
That is freaking
Dude,
deep.
this
We're up
no
on
way.
high ground, but nobody else.
I mean, it's not really...
Like, I don't know.
And once again, this VOD review is about you, but, like, this is just things you could probably pass on to your team. Like, if you're gonna die, die on cart.
Last
Wait,
second
fire.
contest. Group up and contest.
Like, in the end, you're just playing for the clock on defense.
I could,
Go, let's go, let's go.
Finishing them... Like,
Buddy.
alright. A little bit of talk. It's nice if you full hold them on... It's nice if you full hold them, but it's more important just, like, make the offense burn as much time as you can possibly... Like, force the offense to burn as much time as possible. Unless you know you can completely outplay them, don't play for a full hold. Just my 2 cents. Especially if you're scrimming, because you're expecting to go against a team that's relatively evenly skilled, so therefore, they're probably going to finish a few maps, you're probably going to finish a few maps. So just play to burn time. Message. Mickey's strat is to throw Diva ult directly behind Reinhardt. Oh.
Kill the soldier. Go in, guys, go in.
Lucia's down. I'm on the Ana right now.
They're
Good
down.
call on
We're
Lucio.
all way down right now.
What? I'm going Lucio.
You kill yourself. Hitting yourself like there. Like, come on, man. I keep saying it, and you don't actually know about it yet, but you will. Turn around and look at your fucking feet when you heal yourself. It doesn't take that long to 180, either direction. Like, both looking away and then looking back at your opponent. And even then, you can still tell where they're shooting you from, because you have ears and eyes.
The wrong setting, oh my god.
You're just looking for the Genji here, but, like, Genji's just gonna kind of do whatever. Just, it's more important to help your team right now. Like, this Genji's not even really outplaying you, you're outplaying yourself, because every time you even look at him, like he knows you're looking at him, he just presses E, and then you just give him whatever he wants immediately. Just wait for his deflect. Like, the Genji Roadhog matchup is literally who uses their ability first. If Genji uses deflect first, then Roadhog wins. If Roadhog uses hook first, then Genji wins. Easy.
Genji dead. I'm breaking the
I mean, that's the way that I think about it, as both a Genji and Roadhog player. Just who has cooldowns.
I've got ulti. Do you want me to go behind them?
I'm gonna try and get high ground for my visor.
Yeah, we have plenty of ults to use to win this next
think
fight.
they're up
If we
on
win
that,
this
right?
next
Oh, we
fight,
did.
we probably win the whole shebang.
Scooter, I think Savior is for their nano boosted Genji or something.
Okay.
Good pick.
Nice, Genji dead. I'm gonna go onto their Ana, I'm getting onto
We need
their
to fight
Ana.
point. We need to fight point. Oh, I'm fucking
Their Ana's dead.
retarded.
Nice.
I'm retarded.
Flying Rhine. Alright, so this was kind of a mistake, but not really. Like, you could have played it better is what I'm saying. Like, after the hook on Genji, like, You don't really need that many people looking for the soldier. I mean, I guess you could argue that I'm the only one that can stop the attack visor, but it's kind of up to your team not to get flanked by this guy in the first place, because how he makes it so far deep without anyone noticing. That's really bad. So here you could honestly just like go through Saloon and look for any like their healers and get a hook on someone who's not suspecting you to be there.
I'm gonna go onto their end. I'm getting on.
Like I think this is more valuable than killing the soldier right now, because in the end, defense or like offense has to wipe the defending team to cap. Defense doesn't have to. All they have to do is get a few kills. And by the time like you actually know that the soldier is there, he's already done his dirty work. He's already killed your Zenyatta. And this like walking trip isn't really a good use of your time, because you're like, to make things worse, your team is just walking off of the point to go chase the soldier.
Fight point. We can fight point.
Like at this point, if you just went and committed to go through Saloon and look for a hook on one of the squishies, then you know, hook squishy, get rid of the sound bear with a left click and start whole hogging them and push them towards your team that's chasing the soldier. Or you know, whatever, use whole hog.
Oh, I'm fucking
Their end is dead.
retarded.
Like if you look at the payload right now, it's getting pushed by one person. I mean, they stopped because the Reinhardt chased you, but you know,
I'm retarded.
you don't really want that to happen.
Oh, we won this. We got this.
Apparently, Relic was
Thanks for protecting
getting
my
stuff
ability.
done with tac visor on high ground or whatever, but like, you know,
Really is.
tac visor doesn't care about people getting hooked or whole hogged.
They're going right. They're going right.
Hammer them down when they go.
You're wasting a lot of time here.
Soldier's going around here.
Just sit your ass down in one place and watch and wait.
Who's Theo?
Good right click. I swear to God, if you look for a hook in the Lucio,
Hannah.
it's whatever. You can honestly just sat there and body block the Ana.
Mac. He's dead.
Reinhardt's gonna be charging in. He's cool enough.
Good defense
Not anymore,
round.
'cause I'm gonna
Like over 250.
I mean, you're playing Genji here, and I know you don't really want me to view your Genji play, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because Genji's my mans. Generally speaking, on defense, your plays were fine. Your hooks were mostly fine. Just watch the position. You waste time rotating to places that you don't need to waste time rotating to.
You're just going main and diving into cafe.
Mini cafe. Yeah.
And just remember, offense has to wipe the defenders. Defenders don't have to. Defenders just have to get a few picks. That's it.
Security.
Go security.
Because generally speaking, defenders will have spawn advantage, generally speaking anyway, and then your tricklers will make it to the fight before their
just
tricklers,
stab straight on that soldier.
etc.
And a half.
Hannah's down.
Dead.
I'm on soldier.
Soldier.
Ryan can't heal.
Alright, so you should have been listening to your team and just gone after soldier. Like, you don't care about Lucio being the first one to die. You can't really win a push off of their Lucio dying first. Like, that's just how the game works. Like, what the fuck is Lucio gonna do in a fight? Like an actual team fight, when everyone's like 6 people are butting heads against 6 people. Lucio's not gonna really do much. Like his amped up heal got nerfed into the ground. Well, not really nerfed into the ground, but it's much worse now. Like you care much more about just killing the soldier. Like I don't think the soldier's dead yet. And now that Ryan's here, you're probably boned.
McCree? They have McCree? McCree dead?
Like this entire time. Like one, you missed the dash, which really sucks.
1.
Alright, just stab straight on that.
Like your Diva and Winston going in give you enough space to line up a good dash. You don't have to use it just to get there at the same time your tanks do. It doesn't matter that you aren't there at the same time your tanks. As long as you're there to get resets, it's fine.
That soldier.
Like this dash, a little bit preemptive.
And a half.
You were so close to actually getting hit by the sleep net there.
Hannah's down.
Dead.
Alright, so here, like, heal station's down. Holy shit, this video is so blurry. But, whatever. Like, you can honestly just melee the soldier down. Just keep meleeing him. If you're not confident you can hit the shuriken, just keep meleeing him. But instead you turn on the Lucio here, and that's just a massive waste of time. Because you don't care about the Lucio being dead. You care way more about killing soldier.
I'm on soldier.
Especially because your team's calling for it.
McCree? They have McCree? McCree dead?
Like, to make things worse, you actually, like, hesitate because you kept hearing your team go for the soldier, and now you just back yourself in a really shitty position. You didn't, like... Okay. Let's talk about this again.
Straight on that soldier.
Alright, so after dashing in here, you just want to take pot shots. Like, you don't... Because you missed your dash, you can just, like, sit on top of this fucking table and pole dance, or, like, table dance, and just spam shuriken and hope to hit people. Because you back yourself into that little the little fuck corner in the stairwell, you're basically asking to die.
And a half.
Hannah's down.
Dead.
I'm on soldier.
Soldier.
Ryan can't heal.
They have McCree?
Like, you get hit by Fire Strike, now you're getting hit by Reinhardt, and there's no way you survive here. Like, because you were stuck in such a bad position, and to make things worse, you didn't do any damage when you before you died, so that really sucks. But yeah.
Fuck this bitch.
Like, with your teammates that are still alive right now, like, Relic's still alive on Widow, they've got space control for him, but, like, he's still got room to work with. Your Lucio's still alive, and it looks like your D.Va is still alive. Like, if you were there, you definitely could have been the difference maker.
You can't heal? Ryan can't heal?
Yeah, your D.Va's still alive, so that, you definitely could have been the difference
Zarya
maker.
half health.
You're on Zarya now.
Health still has barrier.
Nice.
Very cool, Relic's getting shots.
Still on point.
Dead.
Good.
Relic.
Like, your team just won 5v6. You actually didn't do anything to contribute, but you end up winning anyway, so... Hey, that's what teams are for, right?
Alright, let's go up.
Let's go.
But now it just sucks that you didn't do anything in particular, because now you're lacking pretty hard in ults.
I'm just
Like, it's gonna take you a while to farm this next Dragon Blade, because farming ult on first point... Jesus Christ. So farming ult on first point is infinitely easier than farming ult on second point, just because of how the map's designed and the places that you actually get to spam your shuriken. Like, spamming from low ground up to high ground, hoping it hits something other than Rhine Shield, it's gonna take a while. And unless you're, like, diving in, just, like, dashing as many people as you can, and hoping your deflect bails you out, it's gonna take a while.
I'm knocking them off. Oh, I only got.
Like, holy shit, you get, like, what, 40% by getting 2 dashes out? It's pretty insane.
Oh, Anna's so low.
I guess I should probably heal these guys.
yeah. We can't just have fun on the cart. Like cartoons.
You seem uncomfortable on Genji though. Like, maybe I'm just used to watching better Genjis or whatever. I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but like, that's what it seems like.
Nice.
She's anti-healed, she's anti-healed.
Alright, so now, two of the enemy is dead. Like, here, honestly, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world just, like, just dash straight up in the air and start sorting people. But in the end, you still have to push the cart. Like, no one's pushing the cart right now. So you could just be taking this time, like, wait out the anti-heal and just sit on the cart.
Nice.
Like, what are you doing right now? Like, your team has 3 up on the others, because none of you died. Just push the cart. Or commit.
I knocked Ryan off. I knocked
There shouldn't
Ryan
be this weird in-between that you're doing right now.
I'm gonna knock Anna off as well.
I'm on Ryan.
off. Anna,
Poor usage of
nice
deflect, like, what are you afraid of? You're gonna use Fire Strike.
Nice.
I don't like this fight.
Ryan.
I really don't like this fight by your team, because your Lucio commits with a sound barrier to, like, force a fight. Like, that's the signal for your team to go in, but the enemy team is still trying to regroup. You could argue that you're just, like, staggering their spawns or bleeding out, but at the cost of using ults. Like, pretty much guaranteed there's gonna be anywhere between 1 to 3 fights on Streets phase. And the way you're setting up right now, you're gonna probably have 3 fights. Or, yeah. So, the 3 picks that you got were, like, half of a fight, because they didn't really do anything to answer back, they just kind of died. But now this fight isn't really a fight either.
Keep going deep.
Like, you're going super deep here. I mean, you're forcing their ults, which is good.
No,
But the
Zarya-
cart still has so far to push. Like, if you just let the cart push up, and just held on to Dragon Blade for when the cart was actually reaching the payload, it would have been so much easier to cap out the point. But now they're gonna have, like, it's gonna be a trickle fight. Probably.
Oh,
It's highly likely it's gonna be a trickle fight.
get out, Arc, get
How
out,
do you
Arc.
guys feel about me nano boosting Relic?
Very good.
Good.
You kind of run out the wrong doorway, and you get punished for it. Like, you're closer to the left one where you came through, so just go through the left one. Alternatively, you could have also just gone to, like, the big health, deeper into the checkpoint. Like, either way, you need to get healing. And if your teammates aren't, like, pushing either of the 2 doors to actually get to you and help you out, or, like, peel you, then, you know, just help yourself. Like, imagine if you were here with your team right now, and you could just have a nano-boosted sword. Because you're gonna get free cart time regardless, but because you blow sound barrier and sword so early, on cart time that you were already going to get because they had to come back and regroup, the fight's just harder now.
Alright, can we clear the cart?
Get him, Relic!
I don't know what he's talking about. Who's that? Oh, he got a sleep dart on you. Who cares? Just sleep dart.
Get Ryan, get Ryan.
Imagine if you could actually do the Genji tech, you get to the fight so much faster. You probably have your dash up off of cooldown as well. Feels bad. Very nitpicky things, but you know,
I'm so lit.
if you're trying to be the best,
Someone standing
Go
there?
Lucio.
Mm.
Lucio.
Lucio, Lucio.
nitpicking should be a big deal.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Nayo.
Tracer.
Alright. So your win condition right now, what you need to do is, because their Genji is dead, all you have to do is just harass their tanks and kill the tanks. You don't really care about killing the supports because, well, like I said before, Lucio doesn't really matter in a team fight, honestly. You could just leave him for whatever. Like, unless he's fully fucking on one of, like, your Widow or something, you don't really care about the Lucio. Like, you have 40% now. It's actually feasible for you to farm another sword if this fight goes on long enough. And it probably will because they have triple tank. Or, no, you don't have triple tank. You just have 2 tanks that are very tanky and hard to kill. You can just farm ult off of the Reinhardt, get sword, and, you know, clean up the fight by yourself.
I'm killing Lucio.
Like, there's no one good for you to fight right now. Like, you could dash the Tracer and force her recall, but then you won't have dash to actually kill her once her recall is down. You could go after the Lucio, but hitting Lucio is hard. As myself and pretty much everyone else in the world will tell you, it's hard hitting a Lucio. Like, you dash here and you're gonna get hit by the Reinhardt shield because you're not paying attention. Like, you're going after the Tracer here, but I don't think you really need to care about the Tracer right now. Just kill the Reinhardt. He's much easier to kill. And because you had, like,
We need something
like a
to
questionable dash.
Finish this card off. We don't have enough DP.
Like, because you dash the Tracer, like, trying to chase the Tracer, you get hit by the Earthshatter. Like, imagine if you actually went on Reinhardt and killed him before you actually got a chance to get the Earthshatter off. The game would have been over. And whoever the fuck's talking right now, like, we don't need a Widow right now. I mean, Widow's good on this point. You can do with a Widow. It's just, it puts pressure on you to perform. And right now, you're not really performing.
Yes.
I mean,
Like, if your Diva wasn't dead, or if your Diva wasn't dead, if your Winston was actually there, if your Diva was actually there, the dealing with the Tracer would have been much, much easier.
I kind of want to play some mind games here.
And it really,
I
like,
want to go up on the high ground here.
if there's 4 people chasing a Tracer when there's still 2 or 3 enemies, like, let's say it's Tracer, Reinhardt, and Lucio still left alive. If everyone's chasing a Tracer, then Reinhardt's just gonna clean up and get Earthshatter, which is what just happened.
Without them
I'm sorry I keep pausing, but, like,
No, or-
it's
And
shit
then-
What's going on?
you gotta remember, or think about, anyway.
Oh my
Getting
god,
a
I was
lot
getting
of
back.
picks here.
They have no Ana.
I got ulti, pretty much.
Coming back now.
I do agree that we could, I don't know, if we get a pick.
Genji half.
Very low.
That for now, easily.
Oh, we
Let's
gotta pick
go,
the
let's go.
Lucio, let's go in. I'm on the Hannah.
Just melee him.
Oh, she's back up.
Just got the guaranteed 1 shuriken worth damage.
Genji's on me in the back. Genji's on me in the back.
Good kill on the Reinhardt.
I need heals so bad.
You're so flustered here?
We really do.
What are you talking about?
I think you're lost. You're so lost.
Like, I mean, you're doing great, but I feel like we just need more.
Yeah, okay, dude.
On
Okay.
That was an awkward Dragon Blade. Like, you really didn't need to. Alright, so
Genji half.
let's play this fight back again, because I want to talk about it. Get some good shots on the Reinhardt to start farming. Their Lucio just died, so this is looking really good for you already. You dash through 2 people to, like, get to the Ana and get some extra ult charge, and now you're about to kill the Ana, which is good. I mean, it takes you a little bit longer than I would have liked to kill her, but, you know, whatever. It's just aim. Nothing you can really do about it, but try to slowly improve.
I just slapped her.
So now you're looking after this Tracer. I mean, I don't really care. Like, you still got other people killed right now. Like, you've got the... I think Reinhardt's about to die. Or their Reinhardt. Yeah, like, just go after Reinhardt. Just kill Reinhardt.
Genji's on me in the back. Genji's on me.
Now Reinhardt's dead. Now, like, you get sword here, and the Diva is about to... Like, her mech's about to explode. Your Winston's ulting right now, so even if you sword here, it's gonna be really, really hard to kill anyone. Like, really, really hard. Just save your sword, and just help your team slowly bleed out the enemy team. And save your sword for someone coming back that died early. So, they're Lucio or they're Ana. Because... Yeah, they're Lucio or they're Ana coming back. Because those are easy to kill with Dragon Blade. Killing Baby Diva, like, she's gonna die anyway. And killing Tracer is very hard. Especially because, despite the fact that you have a gold Genji weapons, I don't think you're a Genji player.
I need heals.
Or, like, it really doesn't look like it. Like, you're just swinging at nothing right now. You're so lost.
we really do.
What are you talking about? I'm getting like.
Like, I mean, their Genji kills your Winston and kills your Ana. I mean, that was kind of unavoidable because you're just kind of on their asses the entire time. But now, if you had Dragon Blade to actually kill the Ana walking through the gates right now,
But no, like, I mean,
after this Genji's dead, like, if you had Dragon Blade to kill this Lucio and you had Dragon Blade to kill this Ana coming out, oh, never mind, rather kill them.
On
This game would have been so much easier.
I think the Widow
don't
is
agree.
working just fine.
We
The
just
problem was I needed people
not
to
done
kill
yet.
whoever's on me.
Holy shit, the game's not over yet.
focus.
How are we not
Yeah.
winning? Jesus.
This is, I mean, your team's asking how are we gonna winning this? You could argue that this is just down to you not performing, and it honestly kind of is, but, you know, it's whatever. Like, you could be doing more, but you're not, so try not to dwell too long on the mistakes.
Because we don't have anything to kill people on the cart, dude.
I mean, you do. You have Genji. Just, your Genji wasn't spectacular. I mean, sure, you got silver elims and bronze damage, but who cares about medals when you're scrimming?
Us, killing all of us every time.
Like, I know it's not important, like, in terms of your VOD, but just stuff to remember. It's like, oftentimes, there's a reason why they call it main DPS and secondary DPS / flex DPS, because the main DPS is gonna be the playmaker. He's going to make the plays. And the secondary DPS will often have to take a role like, I'm just gonna feed and put my main DPS in a good position to carry the game. It's the same thing with like your tanks or your off tanks. Sometimes they just have to bite the bullet to put someone else on your team in a better position to do shit. You know, it's like, for example, if you're playing Roadhog and they're sorting Reaper, or like, and their boosted Reaper is about to go ham on your team, like, you know, team, I'll take this for you. I'll hook him to me, I'll die, but you know, I hooked him across the fucking map, he's got no speed boost, he can't get to you now. So you just saved you killed yourself, sure, but you saved, like, your teammates from a very scary nano-boosted Reaper. It's totally worth it. It's kind of, you know, shit like that. But yeah, that's just like a mini rant about why you don't need to care about medals.
And we're still not winning.
Like, the less you can put medals out of your mind when you're like trying to play like this, the better.
Damage to finish
And hopefully that gives you like an excuse to not care about medals even more in scrims.
Relic was getting picked and you guys weren't pushing onto it at all.
I was on it the whole time, you can't tell
Your
me
team's talking about nothing right now. Like, just focus on the game, you mooks.
Tracer half. Tracer half.
Freaking their shield.
Called.
He's hooked. I have no ammo though.
I'm only Genji.
Tracer half. Tracer low. One hit.
I'm gonna swap the Ryan.
The Ryan's 1 HP.
Genji and Tracer on the back.
Oops, I wasn't paying attention. Let's rewind.
Half.
Alright, so you're just spamming shield here.
Their shield.
Called.
You hit the hook on... Oh god. Alright, so I think your Lucio's weapon just clips out. Or maybe it was their... No, it was your Lucio.
Ammo though.
Basically, she doesn't die, and that really fucking sucks. So, okay. I don't think it matters. I mean, Tracer's alive, so it does kind of matter, but I think what happened was you get the hook, but Lucio, like, panics and bops her, so the hook has to, like, go with this crazy recorrection, which ends up putting her inside of your body, and then because two enemy players can't exist within the same space at the same time, it just tosses her out into, like, to your left, out of your vision. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. But what do I know about game mechanics?
I'm gonna swap the Ryan.
Like, your win condition here is just to, like, get rid of the tanks. Because you have triple tank. If their tanks are dead, your tanks will just, like, bleed them out. You had an opportunity to go for the Rhine, though, and I would have preferred you going after that than the Diva.
Yeah, they're just gonna eat all of it. I'm out of mech.
We'd call him Genji. I mean, you and your team's just bleeding out right now. Hey, Lamau. Your team's bleeding super hard right now. Like, your Reinhardt's kind of feeding because your team's only there with the Diva and the Lucio.
That Genji dead.
And Relic's getting picks somehow.
Ryan's real low.
Ryan dead.
Your team has the advantage, so it seems.
Get D.Va out of mech. D.Va is out.
You've got like 3 people around. 3 or 4.
Alright,
Never
just
mind,
go
now
through
it's only
some
2 or 3.
supported.
Alright, so I don't really like you pushing through this main way right here. Just go through Saloon and look for a hook on the side. I'm sure it's harder to hook people that are moving side to side than it's just like back and forth. But, you know. I mean, who am I to talk about which direction they're gonna fucking move, but... Pushing from 2 different directions, especially because you're so goddamn tanky, it'll help. You can argue that maybe you just want to keep pushing choke, but I don't even think you're consciously thinking about this, because no one really does. But, pushing through this main choke here, because you can see the Ana heal tracer bullet thing, like, right here, right? Maybe that's why you want to push choke, but... Your squishy is a little bit more important right now. Especially because you still have, you have a self heal to rely on. You need to go help your Ana. You're just wasting a lot of time, like, pacing back and forth here. Really poor use of time. Oh, it sucks that you actually hooked the Diva. I mean, this game's over now. There's no way you win. The only way you would have actually won is if you actually did shit on Genji.
Ana.
Coming in with ulti.
Reloading heals.
Like, at this point, I guess you can win, but it's pretty hard. Oh, wait, no, your team's coming back. What the hell? I guess he just happened to come back at the right time. Well, that was unfortunate.
I was like, no way he's gonna come back and kill us.
Hey, Lamau.
That they're focused on pure